Hello, welcome to this session, Seamlessly Scale Unattended RPA with Power Automate and Hosted RPA Bots. My name is Mustafa Lazrek. I'm a PM manager in the Power Automate team, and I'm really excited to be presenting you this new feature today. We will start looking at how RPA can be implemented with Power Automate, then go through the challenges organizations can face when deploying automation resources. And finally, how hosted RPA bots are going to help on that front. We will end this presentation with a quick recap and links to resources. We're seeing robotic process automation taking more and more importance within organizations, helping people be more productive, focusing on creative, strategic thinking, rather than doing repetitive, mundane tasks. Power Automate provides end-to-end automation solutions, making any manual business process to be partially or fully automated. Desktop flows for desktop or web browser-based automation can be included inside Cloud Flows, which offers many trigger options and hundreds of connectors. Both together, desktop and Cloud Flows provide unlimited automation options. All this with governance at scale, leveraging all the Power Platform capabilities like role-based access control or data loss prevention policies. Let's take a concrete example where an organization receives invoices from vendors by email, and the current process is someone who needs to open the email, get the attachment, launch the legacy invoice software, and enter the invoice information into the system. It's easy to create with Power Automate a cloud flow, which would be triggered when an email is received from the different vendors. And those emails would be automatically processed, and the invoice documents would be extracted by AI Builder, which would then trigger a desktop flow to enter the data into the system through RPA. It is the combination of the different Power Automate capabilities that makes this scenario completely streamlined. In the RPA world, we see two main types of scenarios. The attended ones, also called digital or virtual assistant, or when the automation is launched while the user is in front of the screen. The goal is to help them address the tasks faster. It is a collaboration between the human and the bot. Let's take an example in a call center where an agent can get assisted by a bot during a live customer call. The bot will find information about the customer and fill in a form automatically. The agent can focus on solving the customer issue. The second category of scenarios is the unattended scenarios, where the tasks are being fully addressed by the bot without any human interaction. These are mainly back office, highly repetitive tasks that can be run autonomously. So for instance, invoice or insurance claims processing are common scenarios that can run unattended. Power Automate supports both types of scenarios, but today we want to focus on the second one, about unattended automation. Indeed, given that no human is required to run unattended RPA, it can be deployed on a large number of machines and operate 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, improving the ROI immediately. It frees employees from repetitive tasks like collecting, sorting, or populating data for them to focus more on high-value activities. And it improves compliance and eliminates human margin for error. Those benefits don't come for free, as you need to ensure those unattended bots run seamlessly and are optimized for your needs. The main challenges are about setting up and managing them over time. It takes time and people to set up and manage RPA machines. And this can be problematic when organizations want, for instance, to create new automations, quickly scale out existing automations because of a spike in demand, or scale down to just limit COGS or repurpose some of the automation resources for different scenarios. Automation COEs who own the automation projects deployed within organizations, they often have to collaborate heavily with the IT teams to get and provision the RPA resources. Unfortunately, can take days, if not weeks, from the time a machine is requested to the time it actually runs in production. The process to get a machine may differ from one organization to the other, but ultimately, it's always automation COEs working hand in hand with IT admins to go through the different administration interfaces to get everything set up. To help on that front, we're pleased to announce hosted RPA Bots, available in public preview today. This new feature brings more autonomy for automation COEs and citizen developers to instantly get the necessary resources to run unattended automation at scale. Hosted bots are available within minutes and remove the burden of setting up or managing the machines one by one. So let's go for the demo. Before deep diving into hosted RPA bots, let's have a quick look at the existing machine and machine group concepts we have with Power Automate. The RPA solution we provide with Power Automate is called desktop flows, and desktop flows require a machine to run on. So far, you had to provide and set up a machine for your desktop flows. Even though Power Automate for Desktop is built in Windows 11, you still need to make sure that it remains up to date and that the Machine Runtime app is installed as well. The Machine Runtime app allows you to register your machine to the Power Automate environment. We can see here that my laptop is already registered to the Build 2022 environment. If needed, I can go and change that and point to a different environment using this dropdown. From the powerautomate.com portal, I can also verify that my machine is correctly registered and use it. Here, in my Build 2022 environment, I can go to the Monitor Machines section, and I can find my laptop here. These steps are fine to set up a few machines for citizen developers, for instance, but this is not scalable for automation COEs who need to deploy automations to production at scale on dozens, if not hundreds of machines. Last year, we introduced the concept of machine groups, which allows an easier orchestration of automation resources and ability to target multiple machines at once. Hundreds of machines can be added to a group and be easily orchestrated as the machine group will automatically handle the jobs queue and assign incoming flows to machines that are available within the group. Here, I have two machine groups, one dedicated for finance automation and one for sales. I can see that I have 12 machines in the finance automation group and only 6 in the sales one. Notice that I have a spike in demand regarding the sales automations. And here, the option that I would have would be to possibly add more machines to the group. But if I cannot, my only solution here would be to reduce the number of machines for finance and repurpose them to the sales group. Doing so would actually potentially mean reimaging the machines so that we have the right desktop applications installed before adding them back to the sales group. This means a back and forth between COEs and the IT admins to set this up and have everything being ready to go. What if we had one solution that streamlines this whole process of setting up automation resources, but also automatically scales out my unattended automation based on the demand? and allows me to easily and quickly load balance my resources when needed. This is what hosted RPA bots bring, a true RPA as a service solution for unattended automation at scale. Let's say here in my environment, besides my own laptop, I don't have any other registered machine to run my unattended automation. And the great news is that I don't need machines anymore. I can simply rely on Power Automate to provide me with the automation resources thanks to hosted RPA bots. I can click on New Machine, select Group, and here in the panel, I see a new option called Hosted RPA Bots. I just have a few settings to provide. So let's start. Let's give a name to my bots, finance bots, because they are going to address finance unattended automation. And then here, the next option that I need to set up is the maximum number of bots to be running on this group. I can't go above the number of bots that have been assigned to this environment, which is here 10. But here, let's just pick up 3 to be running for those finance automations. Actual number of bots running in a group could vary based on how many other bot groups have been assigned in the environment and the current workloads for each of them. So for instance, if we take the previous example where I had 2 groups, one for finance and one for sales, with 3 bots for finance here, if I create another sales group and assign a maximum of 8 bots, given I only have 10 bots in the environment, it means that one bot would be potentially load balanced between both groups if they both run at full capacity. I can now select the next option, which is about the VM image, which will be used for each bot created in this group. The VM image can package the desktop applications needed to run the automations, like legacy Win32 applications, and organizations often use custom VM images to set up their automation machines. Here, we propose 2 options. We propose the default Windows 11 image, which is already ready to go to run, for instance, web automation. And obviously, the second option about a custom image that you will be able to provide beforehand. So here in this example, I'm going to pick up the custom image option. And here I see another drop-down, which allows me to select one of the VM images that have been set up in this environment. So here in this example, I need this VM image that includes the Contoso ERP legacy application for my needs. The ability to add and use custom VM images will be available in a few weeks. As of now, only the default vanilla image will be available. So now I can go to the final option to set up here, which is the local admin account. Here I can enter a username and the password to be used. We will introduce the support of AAD accounts here with the ability to automatically join to AAD all the bots created in a group. This will be available in a few weeks as well. Finally, I can see learn more link to help me understand anything about hosted RPA bots and any upcoming information and new feature that will be available in the future. So I can go ahead and create. That's it. My hosted RPA bots are ready to use. Let's get my finance bots to work. The finance team has a specific process where they receive product information requests by email, and so far, they had to manually get the information from their legacy ERP software and reply to the email request by formatting the data into a human-readable table. Those numerous requests could be coming from multiple internal and external partners and were taking a lot of time. That is not the case anymore with hosted RPA bots. We can fully automate those product information requests and help the finance team focus on more important tasks. So here we have a cloud flow that is triggered whenever a product information request comes by email. We extract the vendor name information from the subject. Then we launch a desktop flow to find the information using the legacy ERP software. That manual task that finance people were doing in the past. And then we format the data and send it back by email to the requester. So here, if we focus on the desktop flow, what I want to do, I want to make sure that those automations would be running in an unattended way so that it is fully in background and fully automated. But most importantly, I want to leverage the new hosted RPA bots I just created. So here, I will pick up the direct to machine option. And from the drop-down, I will be able to find my finance bots that I just recently created. I will use the local admin account I created at that time. Click create. That's it. Now let's see the finance bots in action. As we can see here, product information requests are coming up and are added to the queue. The first time hosted RPA bots are used, it takes 10 minutes or more, depending on the VM image, to get the first desktop flows being addressed. Then, once the bots are created and available, they can start running flows within a few seconds. After some time, here we can see the 3 bots running in parallel and addressing the jobs in the queue. Like any other machine group, hosted RPA bots leverage the same queuing capabilities and features. So for instance, I can decide to revisit the priority of this specific desktop flow and move it directly to the top and ask for it to be addressed right away. Another option for me is to look and change the priority of my items. So here, instead of the normal default priority, I can change it to high, which lead it to be positioned at the top, right below the one that I've just put at the top. That's it. My finance bots have done a great job addressing all the items in the queue. I can go and check in the run history and see the outcome of each of those items. All have been successfully running, and what we can see is 3 different bots addressing those items. 1, 2, and 3. Once my finance bots are not needed anymore, I can go ahead and delete the group, or if I still need them but I need less bots, I can just come here and reduce the number of bots. So here, let's just keep 1 finance bot to address those product requests and save. We've just seen hosted RPA bots in action, seamlessly addressing unattended flows as they come. As a few takeaways, you should remember that it literally takes a few minutes to set up hosted bots and get them run your unattended automation. These bots seamlessly auto-scale based on the workload, and they can easily be reassigned. I want to complete this presentation by sharing with you a few upcoming additions that we have planned. Number 1, automatic Azure AD join of hosted bots to be able to use AAD accounts for automation. Number 2, the ability for you to bring your own custom VM images, and that we are working on a partnership with the Azure Compute Galleries team. Number 3, the support of virtual networks to enable access to your on-prem resources, and even more to come in the future. I hope you enjoyed this session today and that you want to try hosted RPA bots right now. It is available right away with a Power Automate trial. Just click on the link here. If you're a beginner in the RPA world, that's not a problem. You can learn using the training material we have with RPA in a day. And you can go beyond just RPA, build end-to-end automations with Power Automate, and discover all its capabilities. Thank you very much for your time. I hope you enjoy the rest of Build.